Welcome into Hand Raise, guys, here on this Wednesday. I want to say Thursday, but it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, September the 17th.
Hump day.
It's hump day.
It's hump day.
It's hump day.
Those commercials don't happen anymore, do they? The guy walking around the office. Yeah. Hump day.
No,
hump day.
Probably not. It's probably
Auburn baseball would bring an actual camel to a Wednesday midweek game every year during baseball season.
an actual camel.
An actual camel. Yeah, you could go get your picture taken with the camel on hump day. I don't hate it. I told Paris I actually feel I like that one. I feel good about that one.
It's kind of minor league baseball-ish.
It is. Yeah,
kind of like that. Jon Sumrall is scheduled to join us in about 12 minutes. So we'll switch screens. So you'll know what we're going to do a little behind the scenes. We're going to switch screens to a Blue Sky Live screen. That way we'll know where we can clip it if we decide to clip it and make it a separate content item.
Appreciate that.
We'll put this out in different places. He's going to join us for 10 minutes. He's very busy. Kind enough to give us some time. One of the absolute best people in college sports, at least that I've ever met.
I think that is very fair. Yes,
I've met a lot of really good people in college sports. Don't get me wrong. It's not an insult, but one of the absolute best. So we'll talk to him 10 minutes. Tulane heading here, his Tulane Green Wave heading to Oxford to face Ole Miss. 2:30 on Saturday. We'll have much more coverage continuing through the week. Obviously, this is not the end of our week. Normally, it's the end of our week of podcasts. We have more podcasts coming over the course of the week, but we'll get all of that to you. So we'll get Jon in a few minutes. First, I want to tell you that we are brought to you by our friends Comer and Southern. If you are in the Oxford, Batesville, Tupelo area, get in touch with our friends at Comer Heating and Air, 662-801-1777. If you do something stupid like I did last week with an edger and you chop up wires and you need those wires fixed pretty quickly, they'll come out and knock that out for you. Take care of it. They'll tell you that you're not stupid. They'll tell you, this happens to lots of people, to make you feel better, even though it probably doesn't happen to lots of people. But it did make me feel better in the moment. If you live in Hernando, Memphis, South Haven, those areas, get in touch with our friends at Southern, 662-429-4429. We're both in the Clark Ford studios. I talked to my friend Corey today about something I've got coming up. He had some experience with it, so I was asking him some thoughts. You can call Corey and get thoughts. Probably better if you don't know him as well as I do, that you just ask about Ford. He'll send you a quote on a Ford product. Maybe he'll talk to you about different things. We were talking about a vacation that I've got coming up. 662-257-1900. Call that number. Ask for Corey. Tell him what Ford product you're looking for. He'll send you a quote within 15 minutes in business hours. It's right to the bottom line. There's no hassle. There's no haggle. You get your quote, and the rest is up to you. You can shop that quote around. You can do what I've done, what I recommend that you do, and that's hop into a Clark Ford today. Again, 662-257-1900. After we get through talking to Jon, we'll open up the Campbell Clinic Hotline. From fractures and sports injuries to complex spine and limb conditions, the pediatric orthopedic physicians at Campbell Clinic in Oxford are the only specialized pediatric orthopedic team in North Mississippi providing expert care for growing bodies. Visit CampbellClinicOxford.com to schedule an appointment or call 901-759-3111. And Chase, this will be a Blue Sky Live at some point in some capacity.
We'll handle that. If you got a Blue Sky nearby, probably have a Sweet Daddy's nearby. Let them handle your catering, including maybe the Grove this weekend, next weekend, 2 weeks after that. A lot of home games coming up. They got brisket, they got pulled pork, they got sandwiches. They got a thing called the Pit Boss. Feeds a lot of you. You got ribs, pulled pork, barbecue sauce, quart aside, and a bunch of buns. You got potato logs and chicken tenders if you would like. Maybe JoJo's is what you call them, depending on where you're from, there with the potato log. So a lot of options, including peach cobbler. I was going to say, not Ed Orgeron. Tell them about it, JoJo. Not that with the Hummer.
I thought at first you were saying chicken tenders are called JoJo's.
No. The potato log. New thing. The potato log. Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's not as weird as the nab. So it's more weird than the nab, but it is what it is. So anyway, all right. Sweet Daddy's, Blue Sky locations, all over the state of Mississippi. I don't think he's missing. This is true. It's not me just making up a bit. I checked the mail right before I came here, and I had a Restoration Hardware catalog for Jon Sumrall in my mailbox today.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, yeah. I get it like once every 6 months, something for him or Jenny, and I live in his house, and it does pops in, and I opened the mailbox today, And it was like one thing from PW Digital, like something else, and Restoration Hardware for Jonathan Sumrall was in the mailbox today.
We need to get that to him at the game.
We need
on
to get
Saturday.
that to him. I'll deliver it. Here, John. Here's your Restoration Hardware catalog that comes in. So yeah. It went, oh, we down. So,
That's funny.
Just occasionally. Yeah. Glad to talk to John. Appreciate the time in his busy schedule. So we probably couldn't have got him on a Thursday. So I mean, maybe it worked out.
I think he said he could make it work on Thursday. It was going to be complicated.
Okay.
So I said, well, he said he had a shot at 4:30 today. I said, well, let's do it.
Okay.
And then we did it. He called me or texted me. I texted him this morning. He texted me right as this happens. The moment that we hit the go live button with Greg and Caroline, Butcher versus the dance instructor, Jon Sumrall texts start popping in, and I'm like, damn it. I need to be able to respond, and I can't right this moment. That show requires my attention a little bit. And
you can't just let that one
go.
Just
go, hey, you guys talk for 5 minutes.
That's not
and I'm going to handle this. No. So
ad-libbing is limited.
So I explained to him, hey, there's a reason that it took me 30 minutes to get back to you. I wasn't big time in you. I was doing a show, and he was like, oh, that's really cool, the show that I was doing. So actually asked for you to send him a link, so I did.
Think you watched it?
I probably looked at it for a second.
Okay.
Yeah. He's one of those people that really respects family. And that he's again, really good guy.
He's going to be an SEC head coach sooner than later.
Well, Lane Kiffin created some distraction for him perhaps today. I'm contemplating, should we ask?
What happened?
Lane on the SEC teleconference
I haven't seen this. I've been busy today.
On the SEC teleconference today, Lane made note that he told his staff at some point this week that he anticipated that in January, when the coaches' meetings
John
would be
present,
would be an SEC coach. In fairness to Lane, I tend to agree. There's not a lot John can say about that in September. So
that wasn't some outrageous take, though. He's maybe the most sought after Group of 5 coach in the country.
Oh, I think he's the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I don't think there's another one.
Kyle, thanks for Super Chat. How does your wives deal with y'all's schedule and being on your phone? It's been a really long time, and I'm used to it at this point. I'm better than I used to be. I'm far better than I used to be. I have improved with age.
I think as long as I'm not just goofing around on my phone, she's cool with it. If I'm
just watching dog videos or something.
Yeah, like if I accidentally fall into the
scroll algorithm.
Yeah, and they're hitting me with dog videos or something.
You're just watching cats beat up dogs for like 10 minutes straight or something.
She might get a little irritated at that. But if I'm working, she's cool. I mean, she likes money too.
It's not day one.
No.
It's been a minute.
No. I mean, you'd love to ask your wife if you knew it was going to be like this. If someone would have told you.
Would you actually have done it?
Would you actually have gone through with this? I don't know. I don't know that I want to know that answer.
Grind. Ooh. Sumrall will be coaching at Auburn as the head coach next year. There's a take.
Oh.
There's a take.
Where will Hugh be? Are we saying Hugh's going to be fired?
He would have to be fired in that instance. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I don't think Hugh's getting fired.
Thought you said he was fired if he didn't make the playoff. They're not making the playoff.
That's a good point.
So well, whoa.
So maybe Hugh is getting fired.
I got like halfway to Jim Moore there on that. Playoffs?
I mean,
the pastor at Auburn Community Church, Hayden says.
The PGA Tour.
Best golfer, what was it? Is it like second best handicap out of the country's football coach golfers? Because Trey Lamb's won, the kid at got Tulsa.
Yeah.
He's elite. I know Hugh has the best handicap in the SEC. I'm not sure Auburn fans would say that's a positive, but I think that's correct.
They're not getting recruits because he's playing too much golf. They're not getting recruits because they don't have the money to pay.
Did you not read Skarbinski or Murphy or whoever it was back in June?
Those people, bless their hearts. I know the people.
What are you calling those people?
Kevin. I know Kevin. We can cling to the past as long as we want to, but that's not it.
Kevin's full of a lot of hot air. I mean, it's there's voluminous. This morning I'm doing with Feinbaum. Today I'm singling out Skarbinski.
I like Kevin. We get along fine.
Y'all hang out, talk a lot.
No,
just speak in the press box.
If we pass each other, we'll say hello. How's your family?
Not like Marcelo. Y'all are good now. Y'all made up.
We're good now.
Yeah, y'all made up.
We had that day in Fayetteville. We had a long conversation.
Yeah,
it was very nice.
What day was that?
That was the.
I know.
Yeah, that was a day.
Grizz, best former Ole Miss coach, golfer, head coach, or assistant. Tom Luke is very good. I've played golf with Tom Luke a good bit. And I think Tom's even gotten better over the last few years. He can hit it. Look, he was a hell of an athlete back in the day.
Yeah,
I mean, there's some hand-eye there for Tom Luke. That's not surprising.
I mean, it shouldn't be earth-shattering that people that were once really good athletes
can hit a golf ball
with a degree of accuracy.
Yeah.
That's not surprising.
Yeah.
Is it? No. Why do we do that?
Because we do it almost every time with former baseball players. We're like, oh my God, it's like it is sitting there. They hit it coming 100.
He literally hits balls with a stick
for a living. Yes. What it is with baseball players that is impressive is their eyesight. They all have phenomenal eyesight.
Well, yeah, to hit because they're picking up spin on.
Like I lose the golf ball wherever, and they're like, "Oh no, it's right over the mound," and did that. And you're like, "What the hell?" Like that's not. And
basketball players are good at because of hand-eye coordination. You can't play basketball at an elite level without great hand-eye coordination. You just can't. Like it's not possible.
I have played 2 rounds of golf in 2.5 years, so I do not know what my handicap would be out there right now. It would be better than Neal, but I don't know to what level it would be. I was like a 9 when I stopped playing.
I'm just handicapped.
Just handicapped
playing golf. I won't lie to you. I think about sometimes picking it up, but I don't. It would take so much, and then I think, nah. It crosses my mind, and then I think, nah.
Does it really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of comfortable with not playing. Like I don't have the time, and I don't even necessarily wish that I did.
Can't take calls yet, guys. Just
silence it on the side.
Yeah, we're not taking calls
yet.
You
could take the number down.
I could, but I don't want to fool with it. It's fine. We're going to switch screens as soon as John calls in, and we'll go from there.
Okay. That's a good point. Neal is an elite mini golfer. The putt-putt game is...
I'm good.
That's why Neal is very confident that he could beat Siski and I if we scrambled from the women's tees and he just putted from the hardest part of the green every time.
If you remember the last time that I shot the 197 or whatever, y'all all commented that I was a much better putter than you expected.
Yes. No, you didn't miss a lot of little gimmies and stuff because we made you putt out every hole.
Yeah.
You didn't miss a lot of knee knockers.
I think I only missed one the whole day.
Also hit one fairway.
I did.
You did. Pretty tough fairway to hit, too. You hit one of the tougher fairways.
Yeah, and that course was vicious.
Well, we did it on purpose. It was intentional.
I know.
We gave you 2 shots from the tee that Jonathan took for you.
That's true.
I mean, we were benevolent in our. He didn't shoot a 197. He shot a 157 or 159.
Whatever.
With a tour pro getting 2 balls off the tee on 2 holes.
That's why I tell people,
including one that I kind of wish Neal had to hit because it was a 240-yard par 3 into the wind that Jonathan somehow hit up onto like the exact shelf the hole was on. It was one of the more impressive golf shots I've ever seen. It was really impressive.
It's why when people do the thing about you're going to take go hit until you hit a hole in one. I'm not getting a hole in one. I don't possess that level of skill.
You'd have to get very lucky. You just have to hit a ball on it.
Absurdly lucky.
Because no, I mean, a hole in one contest is absolutely skill because you hit it close enough times. Your luck is way different than somebody who never hits the ball on the green.
Yeah, no. To the point, by the end, I was hungry. I was tired.
Now you
took a lot of shots.
You lost, but you played much better overall golf when we did the thing against Braden that day. We always talk about the thing with Jonathan, but
Keep going, you're fine.
yeah, you okay?
Yeah, I've got to get out of this and try to get back in it. Let's see.
Okay.
He says he's trying to call, and it says loading. I'm not getting it. What do you think?
Yeah, his internet is not doing something on the.
You think it's on his end?
It's mine. I mean, that is a complete guess, but that is my guess. Without knowing more. I mean, is your interview on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Was that window?
I could get him just a call.
You could.
Let's see.
I mean, if he's having problems, then that's fine. Oh yeah, Taylor was with us. That's a good point. It was 38. It was very cold too. It was rough. But Neal played pretty well against Braden. We did the charity thing with Braden where whatever par was, Neal got double that for his par and played a medal match. I mean, the movement wasn't too bad.
All right, we'll figure this out. He's trying to call in. I'm talking to his SID. There he is, right there.
Oh, it's working. Okay.
All right, hang tight.
Here we go.
Look at us. Look at us, John. We're getting it done, man. Technically.
What's up?
technically
What's up,
challenged.
boys? Sorry, I'm like IT illiterate, so I gotta get help.
Well, it may have been on our end too, and I had to get out of something and back into it, but it's all good.
I can assure you, it's most definitely probably me.
Jon Sumrall, the Tulane coach, kind enough to join us. The Green Wave heading to Oxford this weekend, 2:30 ESPN. John, this is probably one of the interesting weeks for you, I'm guessing, because there's a lot of people here who obviously want to see Ole Miss win, but they want to see Jon Sumrall do well because you're so highly thought of here. And I know for you, you obviously want your team to win, obviously, but there's probably a lot of fond memories of Oxford and people here that makes this kind of probably a special trip, I'm guessing.
It does, yeah. 2018 was a fun year for us in Oxford. Loved Ole Miss, loved living in Oxford. Still keep in touch with tons of people from our neighborhood when we were there. My first game back as a head coach, it's been well documented, the story about Monty and myself after the game. But, man, as my first game as a head coach, and my wife went and did like a tailgate with all these people that lived in our neighborhood in the Grove, and they all came to see us get off the bus, and just a lot of great memories, friendships. That's the kind of place Oxford is. It's just good people and people that are very kind and welcoming, and we enjoyed our time there. I mean, I still miss maybe some of the things about it, and my wife missed out because she was pregnant the whole time, so she didn't get to have a whole lot of fun when we were there, but love the place and have a ton of respect for Ole Miss for sure.
The Monty Kiffin story is pretty told by now, but I'm kind of curious the after effects of that. You talked a bit in your press conference this week about what that meant to you first game as a head coach. I mean, I'm sure that your head's swimming a little bit when you're coaching a team for the first time as a head coach, and you walk out of the locker room and there's this defensive legend that everybody in your field knows and reveres, and he's talking about how impressed he was with your team. What did that do for your confidence moving forward as a coach?
Yeah, it was just reaffirming. First time head coach, game one, lose the game, kind of dejected. You expect to win every game. I don't care. Like, I knew the Ole Miss team was pretty good, and I knew I was walking into a team that won like 5 games a year for 3 straight years. I knew we weren't maybe ready to take that kind of juggernaut on, but nonetheless, you expect to win all the time. And, was kind of searching a little bit in the locker room. I was by myself in the coach's locker room. Everybody had already cleared out. And I'm in there after post-game media availability, kind of like just sitting in my locker for a minute, just trying to all right, quit whining, pick yourself up, let's go. And that's when Tom Luke walked in and he's like, "Hey, somebody outside wants to see you." And I'm like, "All right." So I walk out and saw Monty there, and it was just one of those moments where where I needed encouragement. Like it's kind of funny. I got a lot of encouragement from Monty, and then I got a lot of encouragement from our fan base when I walked out to the bus because they were fired up to see that I got a personal foul for losing my mind on the officials. They were like, "Coach, thanks for caring about our team and fighting for our kids." I'm like, "What do you expect? Like, I'm the freaking head coach. Like, when they blow a call, I'm gonna lose my mind. Like, guaranteed. I'm not like people all the time want to ask you like, why don't you just go over and have a polite conversation? Like, because I'm pissed because they messed something up. And so, but no, that was a special deal, a really special deal, and something I'll never forget. Like, I'll be, hopefully 90 years old at the lake house or the beach or somewhere, and hopefully still have the ability to remember that because that was a really cool moment for me individually, personally.
How are you a different coach today than then, Jon? I mean, what was unexpected as you get over into your teenage years?
I'm a lot different. I would tell you I'm probably more in tune to our entire game plan. First year as head coach, man, I was really dialed in still defensively, and I was really dialed in special teams wise. And offensively, I couldn't told you what we were doing half the time, probably like I should have. I was just trying to make sure, we were sound on defense, which was my expertise, and special teams, which has been an expertise of mine to some degree as well. And so I thought as a first year head coach, put your fingerprints on what you're good at and let the people you hire on the other side do what you hired them to do. Year 2 as head coach, I really got a lot more well-rounded, I think, where I have a pretty good pulse of everything in our program. Like year 2 and then now, like there ain't a whole lot going on in our world that I can't tell you what we're doing. It's whether it's offense, defense, kicking game, all of it. Like I'm dialed into every little thing. So I think I probably have just become better at holistically knowing how to keep really good pulse of everything in the program. And I've probably, I'd say, become like, I don't want to say relaxed, but I've become maybe a little bit more thoughtful with how I do things. Like I was just like probably a little bit like a bull in a china shop year 1, like just let's freaking practice hard and let's be physical and let's be gritty and tough and grind it out. Now I'm a little bit more like I'm really into the sports science stuff over the last couple of years. Like how do we keep our roster fresh? I was as a first year head coach, but I was probably pretty average at it. And I think I've just become more refined at how you do a lot of those things that are big picture, 30,000 foot view from the balcony.
Is that a lot of research, or is that talking to people around or both? How do you kind of come to those decisions where you mature in that way?
Yeah, I think it's, when you get your first head coaching job, it's like putting your mouth around the fire hydrant trying to drink all the water and you're like choking, I'm like, I can't do all this. And so the way for me to slow it down was like focus on what I'm really good at. And then as, year 1 at Troy, we were really good on defense. We were really pretty good on special teams. And we knew we weren't going to be great on offense because like it wasn't like we just had maybe the cupboard full personnel wise. So we knew our formula to win games. We beat teams that year like 10-9 and 10-6 and whatever, is all rock fights. We've evolved a lot. We've been way better on offense. We've been so much more improved. Some of that's because of maybe who our personnel is, but it's also because I think we've recognized you have to adapt and evolve. And I'm a firm believer in you're either a fixed mindset, which means like you're just going to keep doing things the way they've always been done, or you're a growth mindset, which means you're constantly churning and looking for how can we do something better. And that's just how I'm wired. I like constantly evolving and figuring out what can we do to maybe just get a little bit better. And I've used the off seasons every year to kind of study other people. I've studied Ole Miss, like from a portal perspective. I said this in my local media availability here a couple of days ago or yesterday, whenever it was, but I've studied Ole Miss's roster construction. I've looked at the Grove Collective and watched what Walker Jones has done. And I've looked at how they've acquired players, retained players, like all of it, because I think Ole Miss has done a pretty good job of in this new era where you may have we have 60 new players in our team out of 116. It's like over half my team is brand new.
That's crazy.
And so for me, I like to look where we're positioned in the football world at Tulane. I don't have the resources to like just buy the best team. So I kind of figure out like, okay, who maybe is being smart at a bigger level that I can watch how they do it and try to, be a microcosm of that to some degree. And Ole Miss is one of those teams.
I know we don't have a lot more time with you, but what was last week like for you? Your team's going against its former quarterback. You're going with a quarterback that you added in the summer. Probably, that you didn't see that coming in March or April, probably. I mean, there had to be a part of you that's been in the game this long that looked at that a couple of times and went, man, this is crazy.
No, it's nuts. Yeah, I mean, and for me, I love Darian, our old quarterback. He's at Duke now. Like I'm not one of these like Scrooge bah humbug guys. Like he got paid allegedly a ton of money. I was like, wow, congrats, bro. Like that's awesome. Like good for you. And so I mean, because it's been documented like $4 million. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I know who wasn't going to be able to pay him $4 million. Tulane. Because like my whole team doesn't make $4 million, okay? like we're not built like that, and so it was different, unique, and I've told our team like whether you play 1 snap, 100 snaps, or 1,000 snaps for me, for the rest of my life, I'm gonna love you, I'm gonna care about you, and I'm gonna help you if I can ever help you in any way. Now when we play those guys that leave us, I want to beat them like bad, like I want to win every time we take the field. But it was unique. And then Jake's the story of Jake's kind of interesting. I don't know if you guys know, but I was recruiting Jake in 2022 at Troy.
Yeah.
Our NIL packages at Troy were like free Chick-fil-A sandwiches. All right. And so I didn't I wasn't looking in the transfer portal for a quarterback. I exclusively was looking at like JUCO kids. Like I watched like 70 junior college quarterbacks trying to figure out who do we want to take. Well, really fell in love with Jake like in late September of 22. And I really loved him because he had no offers. And so I'm like, I'm a good enough recruiter. I can beat air. Like we're going to win on a kid that has no other offers. So we brought him on an OV November for the Louisiana Monroe game. And then the week after we win the conference title against Coastal Carolina, I hop on a plane, and he's like my first stop in California to go see him and his parents. And then 2 days later, after I do the visit, he calls me and tells me BYU's offered him, and he's going to go to BYU. And I'm like, golly, man, I thought I had this kid done. And so he goes to BYU. The rest is history. He went there, had a good little run, had the honor code violation thing. And then when it kind of worked out this summer, I addressed it with our quarterback room, said, hey, how many of y'all have been promised anything to come here in regards to a starting job? And they're like, none of us. I'm like, all right, I'm going to bring this guy in, and he's been promised nothing either. Like, I'm going to play whoever gives us the best chance to win. And really, through the first, 10 days of training camp, Brendan Sullivan was probably ahead on winning the job. And then Brendan suffered a little bit of an injury that had to put him on the shelf for a couple weeks. And then Jake kind of took off from there. But I feel like we're similar to Ole Miss in regards to my eyes. I feel like I got 2 starters. Brendan Sullivan, transfer from Iowa, was in the lead on the quarterback competition until he got injured. And then Jake really kind of took a hold of it while Brendan was out. And now they're both back available. And I really like what Brendan brings to the table as well. But definitely a new world where you can be playing. It's like what the NFL's been doing forever, but you can be playing against a guy who's on your team, just a few months later.
Last thing, John, I know really important here as we close. What's the best po' boy stop for you? What's your favorite?
Oh, man, I love Guys Po' Boy on Magazine. It's cash only. When I was an assistant coach here in 2012, 13, it was like a block from my house. So we don't live in that area anymore because we got 4 kids now. At that time, we had no kids. But I like that one. But you'll hear all over. Like there's a couple of spots out by my neighborhood that people like. Bears, Domalice. Like there's
I'm
a
a
lot of
Parkway
them.
guy, so that's why I was curious.
Parkway, yeah. There's there's plenty of options for sure. I've been trying to eat a little better, not eat as many po' boys because I'm trying to be 220, not 250.
Yeah,
I feel that. Hey, safe travels up this weekend. Really look forward to seeing you. Good luck, and thanks for joining us on the show. Appreciate it.
Thank y'all. Appreciate you having me.
Thanks, John.
All right, boys. Appreciate y'all. See y'all Saturday.
Thanks, John. Jon Sumrall, Tulane head coach with us. I would say we need to get the helmet back here replaced. We've got a Willie Fritz, but we better hurry.
Yeah,
if that's the situation. He might need to bring it with him on Saturday at this point.
Or I might just need to take that one to him and go, hey, can you sign this real quick?
I mean, it's almost like we're gonna have a graveyard of Tulane helmets back here on the the wall as they all exit out.
Yeah, we've got an old Liberty, an old Tulane, an old Army. I'm trying to get people to send me helmets. They always say they're going to do it, and then they don't.
He's just such a good dude.
Oh,
he's just such a good guy.
Didn't get a chance to ask him about Ole Miss, but he's talked about it. The coach are
It's
out
fine.
there.
Yeah,
It's fine. I just kind of wanted to have a little more of a laid-back conversation. He gave us 13 minutes.
A cash-only place in New Orleans that survives is going to be good.
Oh, you know it's great.
Like that, you're good.
Yeah.
No, don't worry. All good.
Yeah, if you walk into a place that's like 100 years old and it's cash only, you're like, okay, this is the service might not be
They're
awesome,
on to something.
but the food is going to be really good.
You will get it when you get it, and you will like it. But otherwise, hey,
all right. Good. Phone lines are open now.
Just didn't want to clog them up there.
No, that was more than I could have handled, and sure enough, getting the text from everybody. So, anything?
You think he's had a po' boy with Vitters since they've been in there? I think they overlapped, or no, they didn't.
Probably not.
No,
probably not. That doesn't seem like a likely pairing.
I had so many questions. I needed like an hour. I just needed to keep rolling, but we're good. Hey, John, hold on. I got one more.
Yeah,
hold on.
Well, we could have.
I won't ask about Ole Miss the entire hour. I got plenty of other stuff.
What a weird deal that must have been last week, preparing for your former quarterback. And when you're in that shoe, you have those shoes. You have no choice but to. You don't want to be a jerk. Number one, the kid didn't do anything wrong, and yet you want to win.
I am still laughing a little bit, just all the stereotypes. I mean, Tulane gets its quarterback because the kid gets essentially kicked out of BYU for having premarital sex. It's like, I mean, think you're okay, bud. It's gonna be all right.
No one would even believe that if you wrote the script. You know? Hey, caller, you're on. Who's this?
Hey, this is David in Salt Lake. How y'all doing?
Hey, David. Good. How are you?
Speaking of
Salt Lake, yeah.
Good. Yeah, I wanted to call. I know y'all's photographer, I guess it was a few weeks ago, called, who lives out here as well.
Alex.
It was kind of interesting to hear somebody else. Yeah, Alex. So I kind of wanted to chime in a little bit. I know y'all talk about bourbon a lot. Neal, I know you're a big beer drinker. Have y'all heard about any of the drinking laws out here?
I've heard them referenced. I don't know that I fully understand them. I am interested, so fire away. I'm curious.
Well, beer is very strange. There is some good beer out here. If you ever come out, definitely some good breweries to go to. But anything on draft has to be below 5%.
Oh,
the
wow.
reasoning, I have no idea, but it's got to be under 5%.
Well, that really limits what you can do
They'll
with
do
like
what they call.
I was going to say.
Yeah, it's very strange. Now, yeah, go ahead.
There's also the thing, I mean, you're probably getting there, but it's the one that I seem to recall from some point. You like have to eat, like order food or something too, right? Is that wrong?
So that depends.
Okay.
If you're at a restaurant, there's designations between a bar and a restaurant. You know, most places like in the Mid-South, like if you go up to Memphis, you go to a brewery, you got kids running around everywhere and all that kind of stuff. But in Salt Lake, the breweries have to be considered a bar. So you can't bring your kids. It's all adults, and you can drink whatever you want. Now, they've got canned beer, which can be, whatever they want to make it. So, you'll get some stouts and IPAs and stuff that are over 10%, but they'll only serve you so many. But yes, at anything deemed a restaurant, you have to order food. Like I was at Topgolf with a buddy, just like I had a Mick Ultra, nothing crazy. And the waitress comes back by asking about it or asking if I want anything else. I'm like, yeah, I'll take another beer. And she her shoulders kind of slumped. She's like, yeah, you got to order food if you want to get it.
Because you had a Mick Ultra.
Just crazy stuff.
Now, can the food just be, okay, I'll take an order of fries?
Yeah, it'll be something like that. Certain restaurants have their little workarounds, but no, there is good beer out here. Neal, if you ever come out, definitely drink some good beer. But it's just some funny rules. I just kind of wanted to.
So what's the cutoff? Like, how many can I have at once in a bar? And then is there a time period or what?
They've never been weird about like just the normal beer at a bar, but some of what they call the high point, they'll only serve you like one or two.
So like I ordered mixed drinks.
5
they would cut that off at 2.
I'm not sure about that, but it is weird with the mixed drinks. They have like this weird little nozzle that goes on the bottle, and it'll measure how much alcohol they're pouring. It'll stop at an ounce. And they'll come in and audit the bar to see if the amount of alcohol they've sold versus what they got in bottles matches.
And I can't get a double.
They'll take their liquor license.
Yeah, can you order a double?
No,
so if I order like a Manhattan, they're only going to use 1 ounce of liquor in that.
I'm pretty sure. I don't want to tell you wrong, but
that sounds awesome.
Maybe you can get a double at a bar, but I'm not sure. It's a mess, though.
Yeah.
Rules are all backwards. But
so, like in Utah, like you said, because the restaurant bar designation, like I took my daughter to Funky's for lunch on Saturday before the game. Like that would not have been doable because it would have been a
She
bar.
get a bullfrog?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Well, I think from what I've heard from the locals, because I'm not from out here, but I think they used to, like in the restaurants, like they would hide the bar area so the kids wouldn't see it. So you could go to the bar, but people like sitting down in the restaurant couldn't see it. It's a little more lax now. Like you can sit at a bar and you'll have to do the whole food thing, but you can order the drinks you want.
I mean, it's beautiful country though, right? I mean, how do you like living in Utah?
Oh, it's gorgeous out here. I'm from Memphis, lived in Tampa for a while, and so I'm used to humidity. So the dryness is definitely different, but I mean, dude, it's like 75 degrees outside right now, and like the leaves are starting to change. It's absolutely gorgeous out here. Definitely worth a trip.
How is the state reacting to what happened a week ago?
I haven't been out and about that much. UVU's probably about 20 minutes south of me. Like I said, I haven't been out and about that much, but I mean, it is crazy that it happened here. Just not what you would expect if you're around some of the people out here and the culture. It's definitely shocking.
Yeah. Well, hey, we really appreciate the call very much. Thanks for checking in.
Yeah, absolutely. Let us know if you're ever coming out here for a Utes or BYU game.
Absolutely.
Sounds
we'll
good.
do it. Thanks.
See you guys.
All right, so these convoluted things real quick. Let's go over this because this is insane.
Okay.
So you can't order a traditional double because they have laws on how much alcohol you can have in the glass of one whiskey or one thing, one spirit.
All right.
However, you can add a secondary liquid up to an ounce if it's a recognized mixed drink, but you can't just order extra whiskey. So they cannot serve a double pour of the same spirit, but instead you could order a sidecar, which has a separate shot of whiskey served with your drink, or order 2 drinks at once, legal if you're staying put at the bar and not walking around. So if you ask for a whiskey double, they're going to say no, but you can get around it by asking for a whiskey neat plus a shot on the side.
Could you take it and then just pour it in your glass?
I don't know. I mean, ChatGPT is like in on this being insane
Okay.
because it says, want me to give you the exact way bartenders in Utah recommend ordering so you don't get an awkward, we can't do that response.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the ChatGPT
Yeah.
thing.
Okay. So I could just say, I want a bourbon neat.
And then a shot.
And then I'd like a shot of bourbon.
Yeah.
The same
It says,
bourbon.
whatever you do, don't say double because they will automatically say no.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to do a double. If you order a whiskey neat with the sidecar, that gives you a 1 ounce in the glass and an additional 1 ounce on the side, served in a shot glass.
Pour in the glass and then have a better drink.
You can also, at some bars, order a whiskey cocktail with a back, which is a separate shot on the side.
Right.
So then, can I pour the extra shot in my other glass? Once the bartender has legally served you the 2 separate pours, what you do at the table is up to you.
Okay.
So then I can just pour it in my glass.
So as long as the bartender doesn't do it for you.
That is correct.
Right.
They just can't put both shots of whiskey in the same glass. Yes. The law is satisfied as long as the establishment serves them separately.
So I got to tell you, I've been around some SEC fan bases, including the Ole Miss one. They don't need to be playing in Utah anytime soon.
This would not go over well.
It would just be a lot. I would feel bad for some of the bartenders, honestly. Because the bartender would be like, dude, there's like
okay, so Ginger
here.
said Les, which is her husband, went last week and they made him order food after the first drink. So there you go.
Okay, so when I was bartending in Monroe on Sundays, okay, now this law has subsequently been repealed, but on Sundays you had to order food to drink at the bar. And so we had these things, they were like little mini Mexican egg rolls, basically. And you would say, if you'll just order a thing of these, you're good.
Well, I mean, you remember, I mean, even when you first got here, Oxford, do they do the brunch hours on Sundays with the alcohol?
Yeah.
Was the restaurants would open and serve alcohol just during brunch windows and then close and then like come back for dinner for like 2 hours. But alcohol wasn't served the entire time the bar was open.
You can't let the devil just have all
Well, look,
day.
there was no alcohol on Sundays forever. There was no cold beer forever.
No cold beer.
And then
they still have some
and
weird
then my
rules
favorite,
in the
and
Grove.
look, I mean, I love all you guys, but then it went, hey, no alcohol on Sundays except for when we have home football games or Mother's Day. They went, whoa. So it's okay those weeks.
The devil takes those weeks
no.
Yeah.
Let's do it there, and it's fine.
on the weekends that you could cash in, it was okay. Hey, caller, who do we have?
Oh, this is Austin in Fairhope. How y'all doing?
Hey, Austin,
good.
what's up, man?
Oh, just leaving work. Figured I'd get a quick call in. I got to ask a question about the petition.
Okay, hey, real quick, have you had the it's like an amber ale from there's a it's got a pelican on the label. It's a Fairhope brewing company that's based in Fairhope. They have an amber ale that is spectacular.
I don't know if I've had the amber. I've had the Take the Causeway IPA.
Oh, I've had that too. It's good.
Yeah, I live not too far from the brewery.
Okay, well, I'll come down and we'll have to go hit it. That's their amber ale's fantastic. Got to try it.
I'll have to give it a shot. Yeah. No, Fairhope Brewery's a good little spot.
Okay, all right. I interrupted.
Yeah, they all have pelicans on them.
Okay,
Yeah.
I interrupted your question. I apologize. Go ahead.
Oh, no, all good. So for the petition for Chase to announce, I don't know if we're doing the little kid game, where they got the kids in the outfield, or
We're
any
not picky.
game, but what's a good number of signatures to go for on that?
I mean, 10,000.
I
I mean, I think we have to. I think we have to overwhelm them at this point. There clearly is a silent, cowardly resistance. I mean, somebody over there is
okay.
putting a foot down. We're going to have to overwhelm them with. You get into whether it's a democracy or a republic or whatnot. I mean, we're going to have some majority here, I think, to make them feel.
We're going to need a larger advocate We're gonna need somebody a little higher up the food chain. I feel like being an advocate at this point.
Yeah, I'm almost certain that my advocacy is beginning to have a negative impact for.
It's beginning to wane, at least at this point.
I think some of the resistance could be, hey, look, we're not letting him have this scalp.
Or we need Tyler Jordan to get more on the
you know,
offensive.
get
He wasn't
down to-
quite heavy enough with the offensive last time, so
Yeah.
we're there.
Yeah. I mean, Tyler
I
could.
mean, to Neal's point, I feel like. Sorry, go ahead.
Now I was just going to say Tyler could threaten to withdraw all financial support.
I mean, there is a way here, guys.
Hey, then Austin, then this shit's done. All right, it's done. And so, I mean, we're clearly this nice thing we're doing is not working.
Yeah, go ahead. Let him go out there and launch a 3 if he wants. Whatever, it's fine. It's good.
That's a burn in the boats kind of move.
Well, you know, desperate times, desperate measures.
Oh man. Well, I think 10,000. I mean, that's a high number.
That's a high
but
number.
You get the right people to share it, it could get there.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, listen, I put nothing past us. We have achieved some crazy goals in the past when people said you couldn't do it, and then we did it. And the fastest way to get me to want to do something is to tell me that I can't.
Yeah. Well, I've over the last 2 weeks I've slacked, but I'm gonna try and get the petition done within the next week and share it and blast it out and see if people get on with it. Just been a little busy, but I did not forget about it.
Okay, yeah, don't forget, because we probably need to take advantage of the heart of the football season.
When everyone's good and engaged.
When everyone's engaged,
Yeah.
and so far the Rebels are undefeated. You know, I mean, things we can't control, right? I mean, history says they're not going to stay undefeated. So we probably need to kind of move now while we're rolling. And if they go undefeated, awesome. But, you know, got to take it.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
We've got momentum on our side right now. We probably should capitalize. We should strike while the iron is hot.
All right. Well, then hopefully the chat will hold me to it. I got to get it done in the next week.
All right. Fair enough.
That's the goal. All right, guys. Well, like I said, didn't have much. I don't have long. Appreciate the show every week. Y'all have a good one. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Austin.
Thank
See you.
Yep.
Yeah, gotta get that going.
So cold beer and Sunday sales came to Oxford in 2013. August 21st, 2013.
Is it that recent?
That's what it says.
Holy cow. I do remember living here when we had to make the drive up 7 to the county line and we'd buy beer.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, well, okay. They did the Sunday sales a few years before that on special Sundays. So that had already been going on. But this
On the
was
Sundays where you could make the most
But this
money.
was the permanent stuff.
Special Sundays. Hey, who do we have?
Hey, this is Corey in Hattiesburg. First time, long time.
Hey, Corey, what's up, man?
Hey, Neal, I think sorry, there's a little bit of a lag. It's weird to get used to. I think the amber drink you're thinking of from Fairhope Brewery is called I Drink, Therefore I Amber.
Oh, is that right?
We go to Orange Beach a lot. I drink it a lot.
Okay.
I'm fairly sure that's what it's called.
It could be. I don't remember. We get it. When we were at the beach this summer, I got it and really liked it, and I bought some of it and brought it back, and it's gone. It's I like a lot of beer. That's my problem.
Yeah, it goes down pretty smooth.
Yeah, I have issues. I have that one. There's an IPA from Bentonville.
Is it a yellow can?
I don't remember.
I Drink, Therefore I Amber is a yellow can with red font. It is an amber ale that's 5.4 ABV.
Does it have a pelican?
They all have pelicans.
Yeah, okay.
I've always gotten it draft, so I'm not sure what the can looks like.
Yeah, I don't know. It's good though.
But
Go ahead.
if you're a big beer guy, my favorite IPA is the one at SoPro Brewing in Hattiesburg called Crowd Control.
Oh yeah, it's very good. It's really good. I like it a lot. The green can, yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, those will get you in trouble out on the beach. Hey, that was me that called earlier. I came in kind of late. I didn't know Jon Sumrall was getting on.
Oh, that's okay. You're good.
Chase was talking about golf and how, athletes, y'all, they pick it up pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise, surprise. So Grant Horvat on YouTube played around like a scramble trying to break 60 with Ronnie James. And I'm sure he's gotten professional lessons and whatnot, but he's only been playing, he said 4 or 5 months, and he's already shot an 81 as like his personal best. And he didn't look very bad. So, it's just kind of unfair.
Was it J.R. Smith that went back and was like a college golfer somewhere after he finished? Did I dream that?
That sounds right.
Yeah, I think it was J.R. Smith that did that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean,
It was at like Arkansas State or somewhere random.
North Carolina A&T.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, most professional athletes, if you put them in those environments, they're going to do well.
Figure it out.
I mean, yeah, it's really hard to be a professional athlete.
It's the pickleball thing. You beat them at pickleball once, twice, maybe 3 times, and all of a sudden it's on and you're done at that point.
Yeah.
And it's over.
Once they
figure it out.
That's that, yeah.
It's hand-eye coordination. They have elite hand-eye coordination.
Excuse me.
You get that W and you stop playing with them. That way you can brag on it.
You can typically
rest of your
beat them
life.
if you're an experienced pickleball player the first time and maybe the second, and then you're done. Yeah, that's it. And now actual tennis players are very,
right.
very, very elite at pickleball.
No.
I mean,
You're
I won't
kidding.
shock you guys.
Yeah.
I do have a quick question, and then I'll get off. So last year you had the emergence of Caden Lee, and I feel like he's been solid this year, but he's kind of less productive, not as consistent catching the ball and stuff. So, I mean, do you guys think that that's just because of Wallace and Stribling coming in and he's just getting less looks, or if he, if there's something there?
I mean,
schematically,
he was getting bracketed and covered at least the first 2 weeks for sure. And he has had more drops. Now that wasn't an easy catch the other day.
It was behind him.
It was a drop, but it was a
The
very
ball was
difficult
behind
catch.
him.
And he's probably pressing a little bit. You don't get a lot of targets, and suddenly
Yeah.
you're in your head a little bit. And
That would have been a really good catch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it would have been a phenomenal catch.
And, you go across the middle like that. Like Arkansas had a kid that made a business decision in the game.
Oh, he did. He
Remember that?
alligator armed
He
that
was
bad
like, nah,
boy.
you know what, I'm good. I mean, you no matter how tough you are, and Caden's a tough guy. I mean, when you're going across the middle of the field, you're aware that, there's traffic.
There's
and
big people that are coming at you.
Yeah.
And so that ball was behind him a little bit. There's a lot going through your mind in that moment. I know people called that one a drop, and Caden, I'm sure, would call that one a drop.
Neal's forgiving.
I thought that was a difficult scoring decision by the official scorer on that one. I would have just called that an incomplete pass.
Okay. Yeah, I've been trying to do what Neal does and look at the line of scrimmage more this year. So I've not really been watching if people are getting bracketed or double covered or
Saturday
like that.
the Ole Miss Arkansas game, I did it at first, and then I quit because it was completely useless to look at the line of scrimmage because of the way that the two defenses were playing in terms of strategic. And then they started missing tackles, and you're like, oh, this is
a problem.
This is going to be a track meet. I mean, you could tell pretty quickly that was going to be a track meet. And Arkansas had put so many people in the box, they were just not going to let Ole Miss run the football in any traditional manner. And Ole Miss they were, I think, trying to create, and I'm going to tape with Pete in a couple hours, so I'll have a much better idea whether I'm right on this or not. But I think I think Ole Miss was trying to create a lot of negative plays, and they over-pursued. And Talon Green had a really good game and was very aware of where the rush was coming from and made them pay. I mean, some of it was just the two offenses played really, really well. Shocker. You had a Lane Kiffin offense and a Bobby Petrino offense, and they were both very efficient.
Sometimes you just get popped.
And sometimes it's just hard to beat the other guy, I mean, the other guy's really good. Those were two elite offensive minds going at one another.
Right. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, appreciate the input, and I'll get off here and let somebody else have a turn.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank y'all.
Brian getting into picks. Is that what he's doing?
That's what he said.
Okay. Figured as much. I think Tyler, Comus, and I were in at the same time.
Oh, really?
I have a feeling he's going to have to go back, and
I'll do it later.
y'all need to communicate because
I'll do it at like 5 a.m. It won't matter.
Yeah, he won't mind.
It'll be okay.
Yeah. All right, hold on. I got to get to you in a second.
Okay, see, I miss Alexandra's first Abita strawberry year was when that was. My roommate and I drove down to New Orleans one night because we couldn't find it in stock in Oxford. The Covington strawberry was the one I liked the most, and it's gone now because it had Abita strawberry uses extract. The Covington strawberry used some puree, so you got like actual kind of pieces a little bit in the beer.
I would not like that.
Too sweet.
Yeah,
the Covington to me was better than the Abita.
Hey, who do we have?
Hey, guys, this is Jay from Arkansas.
Hey, Jay, what's up, man?
Hey, not too much. First time calling in. I'm usually hanging out on the stream. Wanted to call in. I had a funny story this week. Just wanted to share with you guys. So,
all right.
I was at a work conference in Indianapolis, and this big formal dinner, and I got seated next to this guy at dinner named Steve. Turns out Steve is from Dubuque, Iowa.
All right.
And eventually, the conversation turned to football, and turns out Steve from Dubuque loves SEC football. And I eventually shared, that I went to Ole Miss. And when I said that, I mean, this guy's face lit up. He was like, man, I love watching them. I love Lane Kiffin. He said he watches the games. He has them DVR'd. And it was hilarious. I mean, this guy he said he went to Iowa State. His whole family is Iowa State, but he said the SEC is just another league, and he follows SEC football obsessively. So just wanted to give you guys that report from the field that folks in Dubuque are dialed in on SEC football.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised.
We need him to join the tent. Come under the tent.
We need to bring him in. And we can have a segment with Steve from Dubuque. That would be perfect because we could have Steve grade the attractiveness of SEC games.
Yeah, he was telling me he likes SEC podcasts, so I had him pull out his phone and subscribe to MPW. So hopefully he'll be in the stream soon, so we can get a regular feedback loop on what the folks in Dubuque are thinking.
Well, we could have a Dubuque scale. That would be really strong. Like we could put it on the Dubuque scale. How attractive is X game on the Dubuque scale, like 1 to 10? Or we could figure out some sort of an Iowa centric scale, maybe like cream corn to grilled corn. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but that would be good. I just imagine Iowa's a lot of corn.
For sure.
What do you think corn's a big deal?
You could always come up with
assuming.
Yeah.
Could use a color coding system if you had to, whatever works. But
now listen.
Anyway,
Jay,
I just wanted to.
Jay, so far I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little bothered by something that you said. There was an omission, and I kind of want to get to it. And be honest, because if you didn't do this, you're going to have to own it. You were in Indianapolis. Did you go get the shrimp cocktail?
It's really funny you bring that up because this was my second trip to Indianapolis. My first time there was also for work about 2 months ago. And we had an off-site dinner for the event I was at. And I wasn't really even paying attention and was seated at the dinner, and they bring out the appetizers, and somebody says, you have to try this shrimp cocktail. It's like what they're famous for. And I realized as I was eating it that this is what you guys talk about all the time. So, yes, I've had it.
Okay, thank God.
It tastes like a shrimp cocktail with a lot of horseradish in the cocktail sauce.
That is one, yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
And
they're not reinventing the wheel.
It's a religious experience. I mean, it's enough to throw away all your journalistic integrity just to go have that. And good for you. I'm so glad to know that.
How many shrimp cocktails do you think Andy Katz gets now that he actually works for the NCAA?
Oh, it's unlimited.
Is it unlimited? Is that part of the deal in the contract?
Yeah. He puts that.
You get a card. You just go to St. Elmo's.
He puts that cocktail sauce on his eggs by now. I mean, he's just in.
Damn, cocktail sauce is good.
It is
though.
good.
I mean, I'm making fun, but at the same time, I'm going,
it's strong.
That's some good stuff.
It's good stuff.
It's good stuff.
I'll say this. One other neat thing I saw there, they had a Weber Grill restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen
Oh,
that.
yeah. There's one in Chicago that everybody turns their nose up at it like, oh, that's for the tourist, and it's phenomenal. I've been there probably over the years 10 times. I've never had a meal at the Weber place that wasn't amazing. And like I got lucky when I took Carson because he would always want to go there. And I'm like, well, we have to go if you want to go. It was great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I have a Weber, and so I saw it and was like, I got to go in here to at least check this thing out to say that I went, and was pleasantly surprised. I mean, it's good food. Who would have thought, grilled meat on a Weber grill is not too bad.
They have a pork chop that comes with.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's exactly what I got.
Did you get the greens?
Yes. It's like
they're excellent.
spinach or something, I think.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it would be. They were fantastic.
This menu does look really good. I just pulled it up.
Dude, I'm just telling you can do all the it's a chain thing, all you want.
I mean, it does look like a pretty tourist heavy menu, but I understand. I'm not arguing. Just looking at the menu.
It's worth going if only to see the big Weber grills they use in the kitchen, which is frankly kind of the main reason I went. But yeah, it's not a bad option. Like sometimes those chain places are your best bet.
Hey, Weber Grill still gets the job done. Like those beasts, they work.
I'm just gonna tell you, you're walking through Chicago 9:30 on a Tuesday night, and you don't really know exactly where you're going. And the Weber Grill's right there. You're going to leave happy. Yeah, you might feel like a tourist, but at some point you kind of are a tourist, and it's okay to steer into that for a moment.
There's some weird stuff on the menu, but there's some good stuff too.
Yeah.
You think they sell a lot of plant-based burgers at the Weber Grill? They have an Impossible Burger on the menu. Lemon aioli brioche bun, $17. I'm assuming not. I'm assuming that's not the person that's coming in the Weber restaurant.
Yeah. Monitoring their meat consumption is not really the main concern of
the Big G, though, that burger, that's a beast. A 10-ounce, which is a big burger.
It's a big
10
burger.
ounces is a big burger. Signature blend of beef, Swiss cheese, smoked caramelized onions, bone marrow, bordelaise sauce, Dijonnaise, sesame brioche bun.
Oh.
That's a burger right there.
You'll remember that one the next day.
That's a burger. Oh, boy.
10 ounce.
I'll let you guys go. I'll hang up and listen. Appreciate you letting me call in and enjoy the show. And if you ever need anything from Stephen Dubuque, we now have a direct source.
Well, I can't wait to hear from Steve. I'm looking forward to that. We'll work something out. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate you.
The irony, guys, is I'm really not that picky of an eater. I have a bunch of weird takes, but I'm not overly picky at all. I love tasting menus where you just feed me. Like it's seriously some of my favorite entertainment. So I do really like shrimp, though. I know it's kind of like the tofu of seafood in a way. Like a lot of people go, it just has no taste, like whatever. I love shrimp.
I love shrimp too.
Yeah. Grill that bad boy up, do it whatever. I'm game.
Yeah, I'll fight. I'll fight with you on that.
I do agree. Crawfish is the most overrated food because it just takes so long. It's great, but you take so long to get it.
It's only great if it's really done right.
Yeah.
Hey, who do we have?
Hey guys, it's Austin.
Hey Austin, what's up, man?
Oh, not much. Just to clarify, I do agree with you, Neal. Crawfish has to be done right, or else it's just wrong. Like it just tastes bad. I can't explain it any better than that.
It's just so much effort for so little protein,
and
that's the thing.
And sometimes aesthetically, it's just not pleasing.
Yeah.
And it just is what it is. And I'm a Louisiana guy. I get it. But sometimes people are like, oh, man, I just love crawfish. I'm like, you're just drinking beer. Just go, I love beer.
My hot take is if it's not done perfectly, I'll just eat the sausage out of there, which is good.
Yeah.
I'll just eat the sausage and the potatoes.
I'll just have the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Austin?
Guys, I put in the chat earlier that I was going to have kind of a heavy question, and it's totally cool if I don't want to answer it. I just wanted to ask it. Regarding what happened last week, do you guys buy the official narrative that's being pushed out right now that there was this one guy that acted alone?
No.
Me too.
I might have yesterday. I've done a little more deep diving, and I don't know what I think, but I don't know that I fully buy that.
Yeah, those are two different answers.
I'm in the same boat.
Now, some of the people that are out there that are like, he's not really dead and stuff, that's
Come on.
absurd. Stop it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I find it difficult to believe. And I don't even know that I question the part as much as other people. There's a lot of people that are out there, and I understand where they're coming from with this, that are like, kids don't text that way. Kids don't text in full sentences. You know what? I know a lot of kids who do.
Yeah.
So I don't know that
that's not enough.
That's not enough to get me. But some of the stuff about the angles and the weapon and how the weapon got moved and things of that, I have a suspicion that he had help.
Like shooting?
Without
what do you mean by that?
Into much of what I agree.
I have a suspicion that he had help with the getaway, with hiding the gun.
Okay.
That some of it went wrong.
Not in the act of the firing, but simply in the past that point.
I actually think he did probably fire the shot.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't buy the palm gun thing with the guy in the front row and stuff. I don't. That's too much. I think there's a likely chance that there were people in that Discord who knew about it, who didn't do anything, or who perhaps helped facilitate.
And you're switching a little to potentially some tangibility of it not being him by himself, from simply what you and I talked about last week of when something like this happens, there's a part of, especially with technology being whatever it is today, of not wanting it to be one person, but that's just such a bad situation of how you change the world in that way.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys a follow-up question to that just real quick?
Sure.
Have either one of you heard any updates about the event that was going to happen on the 29th in the pavilion? Is it, number one, is it still going on? And number two, if it is, do we have any idea who's actually going to be here?
No, the only thing I told Neal this today, and I'm not going to dox anybody. I was speaking to someone today that had a lot of knowledge of just Ole Miss's Turning Point chapter in general, and apparently they had a hellaciously large gathering at their normal meeting last night, or not maybe 2 nights ago. I don't know. Don't hold me to the verbatim.
A recent meeting.
A meeting since the assassination, and it typically was just a small meeting of their group, and apparently there were discussions about whether the fire marshal would need to remove people because they had to turn people away because the auditorium that was being held in was completely full, I was told. But I have no idea about the 29th or what may or may not can happen. But I can find out. Will ask somebody that question right now. I know who to ask.
Was he going to be in the pavilion? Is that where it was going to be?
I did not know pavilion. I just knew on campus.
Okay.
Yeah, the reason why I said pavilion is because when you look online, or at least when you did last night, I checked. It said the pavilion, but I'm not sure if that's been updated or changed or anything like that.
I knew he was really excited about coming here. It was a trip that he was looking forward to.
And I'll hang up after I say this. It's just obviously still a very dark time for our country. I hope and pray that we don't escalate violence. I hope we don't answer violence with violence. But I do believe that one thing that I think is really, really cool is, and I'm sure you guys saw it, like everybody on social media, could say the same. It feels like church attendance just skyrocketed across the country on Sunday. Like, I think that's just a beautiful tribute to him and his memory. And I hope that's something that we can kind of take from this. I hope that we as a country can kind of pivot back to, where we should be. And, that's just my opinion, good, godly, moral values. I hope if there's any good that can come from this, I pray that's it.
Yeah, I agree. Chase and I had a similar conversation about something. It was mainly about kind of my kids. My kids were really impacted by this, and I was telling Chase that it wasn't long ago. Laura was up in Northwest Arkansas I wasn't there. I couldn't go because of work. But she and one of the girls, maybe both of the girls, went to this church on a Sunday morning, and Laura was struck by how many young people were there, just overflowing with 20-somethings, which I thought was great. You know, I mean, that's awesome.
Well, you guys know I'm in ministry in a lot of ways, and I can tell you this: the one beautiful thing that I see happening a lot, to speak on that, the younger generation, for the first time in forever, seems like they're actually sticking in church more so than even, frankly, the older generation. And you never, ever, ever, ever saw that until recently, and I'm curious why that is. Yeah. I really am, but I'm not going to question it.
I'll give you a theory. I think social media is so alienating. It makes you isolated, and I think there's a natural human desire for connection, to other people, to groups, to gatherings, to belonging, to wanting a sense of belonging, especially at a young age. And I think that's a natural place to pursue it.
And as I get off, I'll ask y'all this question. Hang up. I'll let y'all talk about this after I go. I know you said it on, I believe it was Monday, but is there any bigger sports media conglomerate that is a bigger lolcow right now than CBS Sports? Because they could have had all this inventory of great college football, and yet they're going to Northwestern versus Illinois or something like that. And with that, I'll let y'all go.
It's just perfection in every way.
Let's see what CBS has this week. I'm pulling up the schedule. Let's see. CBS.
Guys, I'm going to go.
All right.
Thanks, Austin. Appreciate you.
See you, Austin. CBS this week.
We're just stating facts. Please keep sending checks.
They have Michigan at Nebraska.
Oh, they're okay this week.
2:30 on
they're good this week.
CBS, man. Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus, everybody. I guess that's it. That's it. They have Boise State at Air Force on CBS Sports Network.
Yeah, that's different.
They have Washington at Washington State on CBS Paramount Plus.
Apple Cup.
I mean, hey, it's a rivalry.
Apple Cup.
Yeah, that's it. Cal and San Diego State on CBS Sports Network. That's all they got.
That's okay this week, then. That's fine. Nebraska, Michigan.
It's fine.
I mean, could have been, some other stuff, but
could have been Auburn, Oklahoma.
There's that.
I mean,
next week, Georgia, Alabama, Ole Miss, LSU.
I mean, yeah, next week it's Georgia, Alabama, Ole Miss, LSU, Texas A&M, Auburn, Notre Dame, Arkansas. I mean, the list just goes on and on. It was a terrible decision. It was a terrible decision. But they get the Apple Cup, man. Prime time, Saturday night. Nothing like Washington State, Washington football. Can't beat it.
Washington State, who got beat 59-10, I think, by North Texas last week.
Let me just tell you, the column that day is going to be, well, you go to Athens next week.
I mean,
there's nothing. What are you saying? I mean, Ole Miss names it score.
Lane's going to have a hard time getting them up for that one when they watch the film. They go, guy.
Yeah. No. Lane's going to stand up there on that Monday and go, it's a really good team coming in. And you're going to be like, no.
Come on.
No. If you notice, he won't look over our direction. He'll look in the other direction.
Very good team.
Because I'll be like, not true.
They beat Idaho 13-10 in their opener.
There you go. And we all know about the Vandals.
Aren't they D2, like FCS now? Didn't they drop down?
Did they drop down?
Yeah. For some reason, I think Idaho dropped down.
Hey, who do we have?
Yo, it's Brian.
Hey, Grind, what's up, my man?
Oh, man, just making it through another day. Got some people out here in Mobile thinking the lady at McDonald's where I get my coffee from thinks I'm an asshole now, man. So I got to.
Oh, what happened? Did you ever get your hat?
Yeah.
He talked about it in the stream this week.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. But I think y'all will find this funny.
Yeah,
Man,
what'd you do?
Y'all know me. I'm a jokester, man. So y'all know that. And so every morning I go to McDonald's and I get a senior citizen coffee for 55 cents. And I don't want anybody to say anything about that because if you look at what I pay to Social Security, you should just shut the hell up. In my opinion, the 55 cents ain't gonna hurt a damn thing. I promise. And so. The lady in the morning, I tell her I want my coffee, and then I hand her my change, and she's like, where do you get all this change from? And, jokingly, I say, I rob wishing wells. And then her jaw just dropped, and she thinks that I'm just this evil person going around robbing wishing wells. I'm like, look, it's a joke. And she's like, I don't think you should get these anymore. And I'm like, come on, I'm joking. Like, do you really think I'm robbing wishing wells? Come on.
So are you familiar with her? Have you had her multiple mornings, afternoons, whenever you're doing
Go ahead and finish that for me. Yeah, she's the one that usually serves me in the morning. So, she obviously knows that I usually have a little spare change on me. And so, she was like, where do you get all this change from? And I was like, I just rob wishing wells.
So is that like how you start your morning every day? You go through there and get a cup of coffee?
Yeah, I have to start my morning with my coffee and a Black & Mild and a cigar. I got to start my morning like that.
Okay, I got you.
So yeah, and also, man, the reason I'm not a fan of shrimp cocktails is because I'm not a fan of spicy stuff.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
So yeah, that's why I'm not a big fan.
And their whole deal at St. Elmo's, they are trying to light your ass up. Like the whole goal is to light you up.
Yeah, see, yeah, that wouldn't be my thing, man. That wouldn't be my thing.
No hot sauce of any kind?
Nope. I don't want no hot sauce. I may do a little pepper, like an actual natural pepper that came from the ground or something. But no, I'm not doing like
not even the pepper sauce or anything that a lot of people put on their vegetables.
Nope. If I go to Popeyes, I don't want the spicy chicken. Just give me the original crunchy.
Well, that means it's always in stock. It's the spicy. It takes 25 minutes when you want it, so you probably get yours pretty quickly.
Hey, look, that's another story. The people at Popeyes down here at the airport, they probably think I'm an asshole too, because they dude, y'all know this, man. If you go to get something to eat, and your wife wants something, it's more important that they have her order correct. You guys know this.
Yes.
Man, dude, I got to the house, and that's on me. I should have checked before I left. But, man, I got to the house. She says, where's the sides? Where's my mac and cheese? Where's the potato? I'm like, oh, hell no. Because I did this on my lunch break, being nice to her and everything, because I was on this side of town. Man, I went back up to the pot, and look, I shouldn't have said what I said, but I was just like, man, what is wrong with y'all? Y'all are going to lose y'all damn jobs because y'all get everybody's orders wrong, and ain't nobody going to want to come here and get no food. So what y'all going to do about a job?
It's fair.
And everybody's just looking at me. Everybody's looking at me crazy, like, why he complaining? I'm like, dude, my time means something to me. First off, he's like, why do you even want to be inefficient at what you're doing? And so I was in Popeyes for like 5. I'm surprised nobody didn't video record me. I didn't cuss or anything.
So did you get the sides?
Oh yeah, I got some. They gave me. They made me right.
So I mean, you really got harmed by trying to do the right thing. You were getting her lunch on the lunch break and just surprising her, taking it to her.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. And
what you get for trying to be nice.
Yeah. The moral of the story is don't do nice things. There you go. I mean,
what's your favorite side from Popeyes? Is it mashed potatoes? Even though they got the Cajun gravy on it?
Yeah.
Red beans and rice.
I heard you, Neal. Look, man, yeah,
that's the answer.
Neal's right. Yeah, it's the red beans.
Oh,
man. You can't go wrong with that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the red beans and rice. It's good, man.
With the hot sauce.
It's damn good.
With the hot sauce.
Now, come on now.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Come on now. Now, look, man, I know I called last week with a whole bunch of bravado about this Oklahoma game. God damn, man. God damn.
It's getting close.
So are you backing away?
It's not just that. I mean, it's a whole bunch of things. The reason I said what I said about Freeze, man, because like I said, I listened to some. If you were covering Auburn right now, 3-0 after the past 2 years, basically in the past 2 years, Auburn's only won 10 games combined, and we're already at 3. So if you were covering Auburn, you would think you would say, look, these are the areas they've made progress and, this and that. Man, that's why I think he's done because, man, the dude, he's not catching breaks, man. They criticizing the hell out this team. And I'm like, damn, I look at this team on the TV and shit. They got a good offensive line, in my opinion. I think now what DJ Durkin is doing defensively, I hate it. I don't know what has gotten into his mind to where he's just lost his sense of defense, but I hate it. But I like the pieces around the team, but man, I mean, they're hard on them. They're grading them hard, honestly. And the thing I don't understand is that if you're predicting Auburn to lose to Oklahoma, then they're going to go 3-3 because Oklahoma is the worst team out of Texas A&M and Georgia. Out of those 3 teams, Oklahoma is 3rd.
All right, so let's do it. Here we go. We're going to predict the Auburn Tigers season. You've had 3 games you can watch.
Okay, look. But it's 2 ways this can go.
Okay.
It's 2 ways this can go because Auburn after Georgia, Auburn is either going to be 5-1 or 3-3. So you tell. I'm gonna let you choose the adventure, like Goosebumps. Which one? We can get those 3 games out the way.
All right. So we're 3-0. We're headed to Oklahoma. Here, do I have an Auburn? Hey, I'll be we for a minute. Here we go. I'll be we for a minute. HoveyDryGoods.com. HOVIDRYGOO.
Shout out to Hovey Dry Goods.
Yeah, they're good. All right, so we're 3-0. We're going to Norman on Saturday. See, I'm going to tell you, here's the truth. We do Neal's picks on Thursday, and right now I've got Auburn winning, but only because you've been so freaking confident. Now your confidence is not. You're not selling. You're not exuding confidence right now, Grind, and it makes me feel like. And I'm leading Neal's picks right now.
Y'all just said it. Look, North Texas beat the shit out of Washington State 59-10, and Arbuckle and Matera at Oklahoma, and it's like, God dang. I mean, look, how much did they contribute to Washington State? Because, geez. So,
all right, so you're telling me that they're losing in Norman. That's what you're saying right now. Either that or you're doing this emotional hedge thing.
He's got Jon Sumrall coaching them next year. Of course they're losing in Norman.
So if they lose in Norman, they're losing in College Station next week.
Hey, look, I'll say this, quick sidebar. I was so happy the Kool-Aid was so strong after the win against Notre Dame.
It was.
My future on A&M, I know you weren't with me this offseason, Neal, but, man, I'm liking my A&M future better than my LSU future to make the playoffs.
I'm so jealous of the people that right now have the big cup of the A&M Kool-Aid because it looks delicious.
Oh, yes.
All right,
yes,
you get an open date, then you get Georgia at home.
Loss. If they lose to Oklahoma and A&M, you're not going to lose 2 games, have an open week where it's just marinating on you and then come back.
Well, I got a hot take for you. If you're 3-3 after Georgia, these next 2 games are not going to be walks in the park either. That's Missouri at home and at Arkansas. Shit, you got Vanderbilt around the corner in Nashville.
I know the only thing that helps Missouri game is that Missouri has to play Alabama and Auburn back to back. So I'm not sure, how that because that's why I think the Texas A&M game is just losable. Like if you tell me Auburn goes 5-1 in this stretch, they lost to A&M and beat Oklahoma and beat Georgia, just because A&M's on a bye week after playing Notre Dame. They have confidence, and Auburn, if they do beat Oklahoma, is going to have to turn back right on the road to go play A&M. And I just don't like how that schedule sets up.
All right, so what are we doing tomorrow? Am I picking Auburn to cover, or what am I doing? I mean, you've thrown me for a loop today because you've been so confident about this for like the last 2 weeks. No offense, you're my friend, I love you, but you've been like we're gonna kick their ass. We're gonna blow them out was one of the terms. That's not even going to be close, I think you said. And now your confidence is just completely plummeted.
Shot. I mean,
It's gone.
You walked up to the girl and said, "Hey, would you like to go to dinner?" And she looked at you like, "Oh, hell no." And so now you're all shook. And so I need to know, what are we doing about Norman?
You know what, man? 70%. The line opened up at 3.5. It's sitting at 6.5 right now.
You're pep talking him back
I think
into
what
it
I
now.
saw. I think what I saw is about 75% of the money is on Oklahoma, so that means that Oklahoma's getting a lot of public money. And man, in my opinion, the public is just plain stupid. So, we gonna I'm gonna stay with my prediction and say that they beat Oklahoma. They beat Oklahoma. But I do not feel good about it at all.
No, you do not.
I don't feel good about it at all.
Clearly.
I don't feel good about it at all.
Clearly. I'm switching my pick. I'm done.
You're centering.
I'm just centering. That's a big environment up there. It gets loud now. They've won some big games in Norman. And Mateer's good.
Man, and then
Mateer's good.
He is. I give him that. Mateer's good, man. I give him that. And oh gosh.
What time is this game?
For you,
2:30. Same time as our game.
Nothing we can do.
No.
We should be playing our game at like
as
10
an
a.m.
Auburn fan, I prefer this game. I wish the game was at 11. Hell, but
to get it over with.
2:30 than 6 o'clock. Yeah. Well, man, you just don't want to play it on the road at night, especially at Norman. And so, I don't know, man. Like I say, if Auburn is 3-3, then they probably go 7-5, and I think
Peace.
I think your boy's toast. Yeah, I think.
What do you think Q's next landing spot is if they go 7-5 and he's out? What's next? Honest question.
Nothing. I think he's done. I don't think he has the. I think he'll have to swallow his ego to be an OC somewhere like Gus. But man, Gus, if you people really know Gus isn't some big guy that his ego is just blind.
Not the same.
That ain't him, man.
You hire Hugh Freeze as your OC. You get what you asked for. I'm just gonna say.
Will Hugh drop back down to Group of 5 and do it? Would NC State replace Dave Doran with Hugh Freeze?
No. Well, no. Why would you do that, NC State? No.
You're NC State?
No.
I mean, he's dynamic compared to Dave.
Maybe. Honestly, I think his ceiling is Virginia Tech, and I think that job sucks ass now.
That job sucks. Yes.
Okay. Both of you help me for a minute. If Shane Beamer is using the Virginia Tech job to get a better gig at South Carolina, okay, but is he serious about going to Virginia Tech?
If so, you pack his bags and tell him good luck. Congratulations.
They didn't look good against Vanderbilt, man. They did not look good.
They did not, but
he just seesaws for me. Good to bad, good to bad. I can't make my mind up ever on South Carolina.
The flip side of that Vanderbilt South Carolina game, y'all, is my boys look really, really good.
You're doing a lot of flip flopping right now.
Well,
you're like John Kerry in 04 a little bit, going like it's got some swift boats around here.
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Vandy did look damn good.
They
I'm
did.
not gonna lie to you.
They
did, man.
I'm telling you, if you took Vanderbilt's team and put one of the blue blood uniforms on them, they would pass the test.
There's not a shot in hell that Tulane is hiring Hugh Freeze next year. Not a shot in hell.
No.
Please, but not a shot.
Sign me up.
We're not going to do the coach. We're not going to do a coach swap. No, we're not doing a coach swap. No. But by the way, man, because I know y'all talked about it this morning, Dabo Swinney, if you would have just give that man a crimson polo and put the A with the hat on it, he'd have fit in just fine. That in his press conference, when he was talking to the Clemson media like that, talking about you're all in or whatnot, I think the man, he's talking about, I'm 55. I still got more coaching left in me. He feels like Bama's next coach, man. I think Bama is getting there. What kicked in by Georgia in a couple weeks.
Can they fire him?
The board's not making it through the year. He's not going to be if he's the head coach next year, it is going to be so just untenable, such a boiling pot, just waiting for the water to just come out and spilling all over on the eye.
It's $70 million.
Dude, when I tell you,
Grind, write that number down. Write it down. It's 7 zeros after the 7.
I've never seen Bama fans like this, and maybe it's because the last time they were sorry, I was like in elementary school. But man, they're off their rocker. They're off their rocker. I had one of my Bama friends. I was showing him what AJ McCarron was saying about the team, and he was like, "Oh, AJ don't know what he's talking about." I'm like, "Oh God, this ain't going. This ain't gonna go well, man." And the thing about it is, one thing I've learned, bro, is that, like, and y'all have said it a whole bunch. Fit matters, and winning cures all. But how you win / how you play matters a whole lot. And I think that's why Napier is just failing miserably at Florida. If Florida was losing 44-41 and had the quarterback looking all good and they running the spread offenses, I think he would have a little more leeway. But I think the fact that he's running this plodding offense, it looks boring, it looks stale. I think DJ Lagway might hate the man the way he's playing. I mean,
they've had more apologies than wins so far this season.
Doris is giving me a lecture right now. He's kind of yelling at me. He says, Neal, you lived in Alabama. Those people are going to come up with that $70 million.
Yeah.
I mean,
come on.
It's just a lot of that is a lot of money.
To then hire another dude.
I mean, so who you hire? So let's just play this.
Dabo, bringing the boy home.
Well,
Saban part 2.
One of my friends first, he said you got to make Mike Tomlin say no. I was laughing.
I mean, look, there's only 4 active head coaches with a title or something. I mean, Dabo's one of them.
That's true.
I mean,
in a different era.
It's going to develop. Don't worry. Portal doesn't matter. It's fine.
I mean, look, if I'm Alabama and I think I could get – no, I can't think it. I have to know. I have to know that Dan Lanning would have to – I have to know he's taking the job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who else?
Dan Lanning already said no.
I know.
Said no first time.
So who else are you hiring?
Dude, I'm telling you, they are going to go big game hunting. I don't know what.
I get it, but
I keep telling them. I tell them Jon Sumrall, and they spit at me. So they spit at that name. So no, I'm done trying to help them out.
And this is where people do the people do the Kiffin thing, and I don't see it. Like, there's places I think Lane would go, but there was a lot of damage done in Tuscaloosa when Lane left.
Yeah.
There was a lot. They fired him the week of the national championship game.
A lot of water needs to get under that bridge.
I mean, there's a lot there.
Yeah, man.
Nick just didn't think he was handling the 2 jobs very well. Just thought it was better for him to go. Okay. I watched the documentary on it this morning. Just need to kind of move on and, get his head right with Florida Atlantic. That's what he said.
Uh-huh.
I heard it.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. That slips my mind, man. There are going to be Bama fans that are going to forever hold that against Lane Kiffin for what they call quitting before a national championship game. That's how they're going to view it and look at it.
Well, and not only that, it just talk about fit. That's not the greatest fit.
He doesn't fit there.
That's just not a good fit.
No,
I mean, that's a serious place.
It's yes, man.
And
it's
Fun is a place that Fun forgot.
They're robots. They want to be robots. They
won with Bear Bryant. Look, I got a hot take for everybody, and I'm not ready to just live and die on this, but it's a thing in my head. Bear Bryant won there. But Bear Bryant won everywhere. In his era, he was a dominant coach. Fair?
Yeah, I mean,
Nick Saban,
comparing the eras.
Yeah, but in his era, he dominated the era.
Gene Stallings got a title.
He did. Stallings won a title.
He did.
Saban dominated, but Saban dominated at LSU. He won pretty big at Michigan State before he left. He would have won anywhere. Is it possible that Alabama's kind of Florida West, I mean? That it's just, if you have a super coach, you win.
They won't accept that. I think.
I know they won't accept it. I know they won't accept it, but it might just be reality. It might be that the era that we're in now is it doesn't. This era doesn't set up for Alabama to dominate.
Yeah, and you know who DeBoer reminds me of from just mentality and personality wise, and he would have never fit at Alabama. And that's Mark Richt. I don't know why, but just from a demeanor standpoint, I watched DeBoer's his press conferences, and I find myself saying, man, he feels like a good dude. I find myself having sympathy for the man.
I mean, I'll say this: I know people who have worked for him, and everybody, literally to a man, swears by him, And the dude won everywhere he ever went. I mean, he took Washington.
That's what makes this so sweet.
He took Washington to the national championship game. He coached the national championship game. So you can say what you want about Kalen DeBoer and he sucks and he whatever. He took Washington to the national championship game. So you can't just totally suck if you can take Washington to the national championship game.
You're just in a bad situation. Relative to expectation.
Yes.
I mean, he was one game out of the playoff last year. Could have easily gotten in.
Mm-hmm.
Controversy, all that crap.
That's not enough. What do you think?
We lost you for a second. Say it again.
We're losing.
You say what now?
There you
go ahead.
We lost you for a second.
Okay. What do y'all think Bama fans are saying that DeBoer has to accomplish this year in order for them to feel satisfied and know that he's the guy that can lead the program?
Oh, he's got to make the playoffs.
He's got to make the playoffs.
Make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Make the playoffs?
No,
what are y'all?
No,
he's got to be final. He's got to be Final Four. That's the consensus that I get. He has to be one of the last 4 teams.
Yeah.
Playing college football. That is the consensus. You guys forget Ryan Brown went on his show last year as soon as DeBoer was hired, and all them guys on Nick Brown was saying that there's no reason why Alabama shouldn't be in the title game, and they didn't make the playoffs.
No, they lost to Vanderbilt.
Y'all know that, right?
Yeah, they lost to Vanderbilt.
So I mean,
I watched it.
So that's like I said, that's what I find interesting this year. And before I let y'all go, man, I got some teams that I'm thinking about putting some futures on, and I guess if y'all want to kind of help me do an elimination process, if you can help look up the odds and just tell me what y'all think, and I get off the line and just get y'all some advice from y'all.
Yeah, of course, Grind.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
It's not
I'm
6
good.
o'clock yet. That's why there's nothing on.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Grind.
Go ahead.
Neal was really engaged with, I don't know, the
Chase
Unrivaled or the WNBA All-Star game.
Chase
or
is
something
bitching about what's on the screen because it's WNBA.
I didn't say a word.
It's Wednesday night. We're kind of limited.
I just motioned.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. USC. And by the way, I think there's a chance the Big Ten could get 5 teams in the playoffs this year. That's just a side note, too.
So we saying
USC,
SC to make the playoff future?
Yep. Mm-hmm. SC to make the playoffs. Ole Miss to make the playoffs. But now, look, we're going to have to choose between either Ole Miss or Oklahoma because I'm trying to find a way to hedge against my LSU playoffs because I'm not crazy about the
All right, let's do it one at
LSU.
a time. Hold on. SC. They are 3-0. They've looked really good so far or whatever. They got a big game in 2 weeks at Illinois.
Okay.
I think they have to win that game to even sniff it. But Grind, here's the problem is SC relative to the Big Ten has a hellaciously difficult schedule. I mean, their schedule at Illinois, Michigan, which is not a given at least, at Notre Dame, at Nebraska, at Oregon.
Okay.
Oh, got some L's coming.
Yeah.
So I'm selling.
And I got to get them 10-2.
I'm selling my USC stock.
No. Because they're losing in Champaign next week.
All right, we're selling USC. Really?
Yeah.
Y'all are high on Illinois like that?
I'm in on Burt winning next week.
Man, so I'm guessing y'all are done. I'm guessing y'all think this is the end for Signetti because I think after Illinois he has to go to Eugene and Happy Valley.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, and then I guess the last two you guys can. I'm gonna hang up and just get y'all opinions off the air. Oklahoma and Ole Miss, but like I say, because they play each other, and I think one of them has the potential to beat LSU. So we gotta figure this thing out. And so I need y'all help with that.
I've got a. Oh, I don't even want to go there with the take because it would just it'd be incendiary. It is something that crosses my mind a little when I look at Ole Miss. Is that?
But I do. Okay, here's the deal. We can talk about it off. But
okay. Thanks, Brian.
Appreciate it, bud. As always.
I appreciate it, man.
Okay, this is not an Ole Miss show take. It's just in general looking at the schedule. If you've got to take one or the other, for YouTube, again, we got to get 10-2 or better. 9-3, we're not. For the sake of the conversation, 9-3 is not getting in.
Well, Ole Miss is not getting in at 9-3.
I know, and either way, let's just make that simple. So we're trying to get somebody to 10-2. Ole Miss's schedule is so much easier than Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That I can't pick Oklahoma over Ole Miss for that.
Right.
Even though I probably would pick Oklahoma to beat Ole Miss today if they were playing. That's not the same conversation.
Right.
Because Oklahoma's schedule is Auburn, which isn't a gimme this weekend. They still got Texas. I mean, that game's weird. At South Carolina, I know, but
looks like
probably
a dub. Looks like a dub.
But again, I'm just
sure.
It's at South Carolina instead of at home.
Right.
At Tennessee.
Tough.
At Alabama.
Tough.
Missouri and LSU.
Tough and tough.
I just can't quite go. I think 9-3. If 9-3 is getting me in, I go, yeah, all day.
My Ole Miss concern. Here, I'll change the hat and everything, so we'll be consistent.
Fine.
Because I don't want anybody to get mad at me.
You're fine.
My Ole Miss concern is this. You beat Tulane, you beat LSU, you beat Washington State. LSU ends up with 3-4 losses. You lose at Athens, you lose at Norman, and then you win out. So you're 10-2.
Mm-hmm.
But you're 10-2 at that point, and your best win is LSU, and your next best win is what? Arkansas? South Carolina? What's your next best win? It's the one scenario that kind of bothers me for Ole Miss, and we're way ahead out on our skis, is you look up and you're 10-2, and let's say one of those losses is a bad loss, meaning you get like run out of the stadium. You just don't have a lot on your resume. It's the only thing that kind of bugs me a little. I think you'd still get in at 10-2, but if you ended up with this conglomerate of 10-2s, yours would be shaky. Frankly, and I told Chase this the other day, I almost wrote this column and I didn't. You need Tulane you have to beat Tulane obviously on Saturday, then you need them to run the table. You need Arkansas to go win games. You need to beat LSU, and then you need LSU to win games. You need something strong on your resume in late November.
Grind, I think that's the one. As much as I don't think there is, I mean, they're really good. I don't think they're elite. But if I'm doing a future, because of the schedule, again, it depends on who you play. Missouri plus 425.
That's the one I love.
That's the one.
I love it. Yep. Agreed.
I like that more than Tennessee plus 260 because they already have a loss.
Hey, caller, who's it?
Okay, hold up. Are we talking about if Ole Miss were to make the playoffs or host a game if they went 10-2?
Oh, I'm talking about making it. I'm talking about making it with the big conglomerate of 10-2s all over the place, and your 10-2 isn't as good as somebody else's 10-2. Look, there's a world where there's a bunch of 10-2 Big Ten teams and a bunch of SEC 10-2 teams, and not everybody's getting in. I'm just telling you. I don't think it's happening. I'm saying it's just this thing that I'm saying that.
What if?
Greg Sankey's losing a lot of leverage if a 10-2 SEC team gets stubbed.
Oh yeah.
This is Ivan, by the way.
No argument. Yeah, we knew. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Again, this is way out there. I'm not saying it's a likelihood. Nothing. Look, Ole Miss hadn't gone 10-2 yet. And they're going to have to play better.
No, and I don't think Ole Miss is going 10-2, but it's just,
I don't either.
For the sake of the argument.
Yeah. No, I'm just painting a scenario where you beat Tulane, you beat LSU. LSU ends up being a 4-loss team. You beat Washington State, who sucks. You lose at Georgia. You lose at Oklahoma. And then you beat a South Carolina team that by then might have 4 or 5 losses. You beat a Florida team that's got a bunch of losses. You beat the Citadel.
They already quit at that point.
Yeah. You beat the Citadel, and you beat a Mississippi State team that by then might have 6, 7 losses. I'm just saying there's a world where, and I'm not trying to be negative at all. There's just a world where you have a 10-2 record, but your resume's really, really watery.
They don't have Georgia, but Missouri has a few more, at least like wins where you go, okay, if you kind of do the best, the 10-2 scenario, because Missouri, they've got Alabama, at Auburn, at Vanderbilt, A&M, and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You go 3-2 against those 5.
In a world,
I get it's not perfect,
right,
but it's okay.
But in a world where they went 3-2, they're going to have a better power rating.
Yeah, I would think so.
I still think 10-2
unless
gets
you beat Georgia.
I think 10-2 gets you in. I will prepare people for an argument that's coming. Is someone is going to argue for a 9-3 over one of those kinds of 10-2s, and the argument from a debate standpoint, meaning like scoring debate points, is going to make some sense. It's not going to matter based on last year, but not. The point is that everyone just goes 10-2, gets you in, and it probably does.
I would pick Missouri to make it before I would pick Ole Miss as of right now.
Yeah, and our point is if they both went 10-2, Missouri's 10-2 is probably going to look better on paper than Ole Miss's is.
They're getting in. I mean, if one had to get left out from the SEC and it was between those two, I mean,
what Ole Miss needs vibing is they need Tulane to go win a bunch of games. They need Arkansas to go win a bunch of games. I mean,
they need to beat LSU, and then LSU be a game buster.
Yeah, you need Arkansas to beat Notre Dame because you need Notre Dame to get the hell out of the deal.
Well, that too.
And Arkansas have that win on their schedule where you're like, yeah, we beat Arkansas. You don't need LSU to end up being a 7-5, 8-4 team. You need them to be. You need it to be sexy. Or now, look, you can eliminate all of this debate by winning in Athens or Norman. Then it's a moot point.
Yeah, you got the win.
Then you got the big shiny crown that you put on your head, and no one even notices that maybe some of your pants are kind of torn a little bit. But you need that. You need the big shiny W on your schedule. I mean, Ole Miss had it a year ago. Okay, the Georgia win, the South Carolina win. Their problem was they had this one giant wart. This year, I don't think they're going to have the wart in this scenario, but they need to make sure that they put something shiny on their head. And right now, there's not a lot of options, unless you win one of those two games in October, at which point this is a moot conversation.
Right. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons. By the way, are y'all doing this on a Wednesday at 4:30 every week?
No, this should be the last time we do it, at least for the foreseeable future. It's because I've got a schedule conflict tomorrow night.
Oh, what is the M Club Hall of Fame tomorrow?
No, that's in November. I guess that will be one too. I've got that live podcast on campus on Friday, and there's something attached to that tomorrow night.
Oh, okay, I got you. But no, this is one of the reasons I wanted to call in. Neal, I'm assuming y'all are going to talk to Matt at some point next week, huh?
Yeah, I'll talk to Matt. So. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so. We talked about this the last time I called in, I think, about how, this is LSU's all-in year. And it went from week one, big win over Clemson, this is the year, to Sunday morning, I'm getting texts from a lot of LSU friends that take the purple and gold glasses off, which there's not a lot of them that do that, which, I mean, you can say that about any fan base.
Sure.
The one thought I got from a lot of irrational ones was this team has got losses coming, and it's probably starting next weekend. In reference to LSU.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you made me pick the Ole Miss LSU game right now, I would pick Ole Miss. Now, I got to see I got to see Ole Miss's quarterback.
Very close.
Yeah, it'll be close. I've got to see the quarterback thing. I mean, look, Ole Miss is if it's Chambliss, he's got an SEC game on film now, and he's going to have it's not an SEC game, but he's going to have a game on film against a really good defensive coordinator, defensive staff.
They're going to have to play well this Saturday to win,
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
But a few of my buddies were in a group text, and one of them was like, I'll be completely honest, the way Vandy has looked so far, I don't know if LSU and playing Vandy in Nashville is an automatic dub.
I can tell you right now it's not.
And I think they're going to Norman, too. And he said, I would absolutely hammer Oklahoma right now if I could.
Well, I mean, what we're going to see, if you're not good up front, and LSU offensively right now is not. If you're not good up front, this thing everything gets kind of tenuous. I mean, there's – And I mean, he's getting hit a lot. He's playing hurt, the quarterback.
Their quarterback is essentially a hit away from being knocked out for a couple weeks.
Now, their defense
He's got multiple injuries.
Their defense is really good right now, LSU's is.
No, they're borderline elite.
Yeah.
It's just, I know we talked about this last time. They did exactly what Ole Miss did last season, and I don't know if it's a lack of not having a running back that can make it work, or they're just having to replace 4 NFL draft picks on the offensive line. And I think you or Chase had mentioned this. I think that's the one position you cannot portal. I just don't think it's possible.
Offensive
to
line?
rely on the portal. Yeah.
I mean, Ole Miss has done it. I mean, Ole Miss has literally done it in the portal. I mean, it's hard, but I mean, right now, Ole Miss's offensive line is kind of a strength.
Yeah, I think they're a lot better than everyone thought they were. In the same vein, I think the defensive line is worse than everyone thought.
Well, it's look, I'm mad at myself for not going stronger on this in the offseason. You don't lose Walter Nolan, Princely Amamialen,
Pegues, Ivy,
JJ Pegues, Jared Ivey, Chris Paul.
All 4 of them are on NFL rosters right now.
Chris Paul, Trey Amos, Trey Washington.
Yeah.
You just don't lose all those people and go, we're going to be every bit as good. No, you're not. It doesn't work like that. I mean, TJ made a big play Saturday night, but that defensive line's not anywhere near as deep as it was a year ago. Arkansas, just like Ole Miss, ran tempo. They got worn down. I think there's a couple of guys on that defensive line who are overrated. I'm not going to name names.
I can think of one off the top of my head.
You know, and you know, they're not as good on defense as they were a year ago. They don't have. I think Yates is a good linebacker, but he's nowhere near as good as Paul right now. And they had Paul and Daugherty together, and that was a really good linebacker duo. And, you know, they're not as good in the secondary as they were a year ago. You know, I mean, it's these next couple of games, including the one Saturday, and I think Ole Miss is winning Saturday, but these next couple of games are going to be interesting because these are going to be good defenses. Offensively, they're going to have to step up. I mean, you know, in a world where Arkansas had an average defense the other day, just average, that was going to be a really tall hill to climb.
So, no, I mean, I was watching the game, and I was telling everyone I was with, I was like, guys, if Green doesn't make a mistake or we just don't get a miracle turnover, there's a good chance Arkansas is winning this.
Yeah, I mean
I've seen that movie a million times.
It was going to be 3rd and 2 from the Ole Miss 24.
Yeah.
And they were going to be starting to run some clock. Lane was going to have to.
There was going to be, I mean, by the time they got the ball back, I don't know if there was a world where there was more than like 40 seconds.
Well, Lane was going to have to start taking timeouts maybe as early as that play. You know, and then if you convert a first down right there, it was going to be, I mean, who knows? Maybe they make a stop, but it was going to be Tums time for sure.
Yeah, but all right, I'll let y'all go. I appreciate y'all taking the call.
Thanks,
Thank you.
But we'll see. I mean, look, they might prove me. They might roll over Tulane. They might roll past LSU, and I might completely change my tune. I'm curious.
No, it's where we are right now. Yeah.
You know, I'm not. Hey, who do we have, caller?
Hey, it's Mark.
Hey, Mark. What's up, man?
Hey. Hell of a game in Neal and Saturday, wasn't it?
It was a hell of a game.
It was a hell of a game.
We didn't get to see a lot of it.
My fan base is now reached new levels of delusionalville. So they're convinced that we're going 11-1 and going to Atlanta based on that game Saturday.
I mean, there's no guaranteed losses on your schedule.
Okay. I mean, well, okay. Aguilar was great. I get it, but like if he's going to keep throwing YOLO balls off his back foot, you know, these dead, you know, moon balls, like they're going to be real disappointed when
if you don't lose one of the two. Like if you don't lose one, you're going to be favored by at least 5 points in, and you split the two toughest games. You're 10-2 and you're in.
Well, Florida will be a corpse by the time we play them, so I get that.
Yeah,
but
go win in Starkville, beat Arkansas, split Alabama and Oklahoma, beat Kentucky, beat Florida, beat Vanderbilt.
Well, if we played Vanderbilt this week, they'd run us up a flagpole. because our defense is atrocious.
Yeah, you'd score 45, though.
But
on Vandy?
Aguilar,
Georgia.
Aguilar, if he's going to keep throwing these moon balls and think they're just going to result in touchdowns and DPIs on every single time, like that's not sustainable. He's going to go into a game and these people that think we're like going 11-1 and going to Atlanta, like, okay, you're going to be real disappointed when he has like a -4 turnover differential against Arkansas and they get beat. Like, don't get me wrong, he played great. He made plays. Like, the game went about exactly how I thought it would go. And I have all the respect in the world and gratitude towards Heupel because he's rebuilt this thing to where the product on the field finally matches the fan base and the atmosphere in the stadium. But Heupel puckered at the end of that game. It was a pucker job.
I didn't get to see the end because we didn't have internet working very well in the press box, and by then all the TVs had been turned because the Ole Miss game had started. So I didn't get to see the end. We were just kind of following on social media.
They got the ball. They had a nice drive, and they were down there like the 30-yard line, and he ran it 3 straight times with like 2 minutes to go. And I wonder if it had been 1st and 10 instead of 1st and 15, if that would have changed his attitude towards it. But he just ran it 3 times and missed the field goal. And the kid had no chance of making the kick. Like, he was hyperventilating on the sidelines. Like, it was no way it was even making it.
I'm glad I didn't see that. I always feel bad for the kickers, man.
I feel bad. I mean, I feel bad for him. Like, he had no chance of making that kick. None. And I'm the biggest SEC homer out there. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they're an elite team in this league. I'm sorry. Like, Georgia, they aren't the Death Star they used to be, man. They're especially up front on defense.
You're not the only person to say that. That's why I was kind of starting to play out that scenario where a whole bunch of teams in the league go 10-2, 9-3.
And it gets dicey a little bit.
And you start trying to figure out how you separate, 6 SEC teams that finish with 9-3 or 10-2 records. That's all I'm kind of getting at is like that there's a world where that happens.
They're still really good, really good. And Texas is really good minus Arch. But like teams 3 through 12.
How was the play, Mrs. Lincoln, other than the
like teams 3 through 14 maybe can all kind of beat each other. Like there's nobody I think Ohio State, Oregon, and Penn State are elite. And trust me, I hate the Big Ten. But man, they're better. Like sorry. I'm just saying, like, those teams are elite.
Yeah.
Georgia ain't on their level anymore. They're a notch below. And it's all up front on defense because they used to have 9 5-stars sitting in their defensive line room. Well, now you can't pay one position group all that money. You got to spread it around.
Yeah.
And if a kid would bust or a kid would, get hurt or a kid would be in the Athens County Jail, they could just plug the next one in. Well, now they're kind of mortal up there. And they ain't the same. Like, they're still very good.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Stockton kid was really good down the stretch. Like,
yeah,
they're still a threat, but they aren't the Death Star they used to be. That's why I'm like,
no. I mean, we saw them in Oxford last November.
Great. Like, it was a great game. They're not the Death Star they were.
Like I said, I saw them in Oxford last November. They were not the better team.
The SEC is deeper, but the Big Ten's better at the top.
Yeah. What the SEC doesn't have, to Mark's point,
is the bad team.
We just saw Arkansas in person. And Arkansas is probably, 14?
Whatever, sure.
And they're capable of beating a lot of SEC teams. Not saying they're going to beat them, but they're capable. I mean, you put Taylor Green on a handful of other SEC teams, and all of a sudden we're having a different conversation.
Like Florida and Kentucky are the only, kind of. I mean, Florida's just because they're
Florida
kind of cooked.
And Florida
has talent.
They gave LSU all they wanted the other night in Baton Rouge at night, the whole deal. Yeah, of course.
Like I will of course be betting them Saturday against Miami. I bet them against LSU. If the kid doesn't throw 5 picks, we cash that ticket. But y'all were talking about USC earlier. Man, I have put futures in on them before the season with that schedule. Like, Oregon's the only kind of automatic L. And I got a Heisman ticket on the one kid. that's got a ton of value in it. They're better if they can just be average on defense. They're going to do damage because their weapons. The Branch kid at Georgia isn't at Georgia because USC wouldn't pay him. He's at Georgia because he got recruited over basically. The two kids on the USC, the wide receivers on the USC team, are better than him. That's why he left USC, and not because USC didn't want to pay him. They're good, and they got weapons galore. It's just the defensively, can they just be average?
Yeah, I haven't seen them enough to even contemplate judging.
They're good, they're not Oregon, Ohio State, or Penn State. But and it sickens me to say that, but I just don't think there's no elite team in this league. Anybody can kind of. That's why the game is so disappointing Saturday, because you win that game, you are pretty much lost the playoffs. Like, you got a chance to wrap it up right there.
Oh, it's done. Yeah,
and
of course.
It's done. It's done. And he did a pucker job on it. And don't get me wrong, I have all the gratitude in the world to Heupel, but that was a pucker job.
Well, hey, Mark, thanks for the call.
The Shambliss kid. Real quick, the Shambliss kid. I think Lane really likes that kid. There's a reason why they paid him.
Oh, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. I mean,
the poise was really impressive. I mean, it truly was.
Well, they went out and got a quarterback because he, come on now. They spent some money because they knew Lane looked at that and said, we need to make that room better.
Yeah, you need another one in case.
There was a lot there. I mean,
that kid. I think Lane really likes that kid.
I do too.
That kid's a baller. Straight up baller. All right.
I'm gonna tell you what, he made some plays the other night. If he just plays average, they lose. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that kid made some plays. He made plays. He didn't just manage offense. He made plays. Otherwise, they don't.
No,
otherwise, they don't win the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Otherwise, they don't win the game. Simple as that.
I'm trying to figure out why we didn't go get him. I'm trying to figure out why we didn't go get.
Well, I mean, I think this is what Lane does really well. This is what he's figured out. It's why
you recognize the skill set.
It's why we don't do all the breathless high school recruiting stuff. Is because that's not how they do their budgets. Had they blown their budgets on landing a bunch of 18-year-olds that can't play for a year, they wouldn't have been able to get Trinidad Chambliss. And without Trinidad Chambliss, they're 1-1 in the league right now.
Absolutely.
Thanks for the call,
all right,
Mark.
y'all. Thank you.
All right, we're going to take one last one, and then we're done. I've got to take a little bit of a break before I tape with Pete in a little bit, and so I've been one of those things.
You got somebody or no?
No,
okay.
They were all calling in at once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, this will be the final call of the day. Good to you. Hey, who do we have?
Hey, it's Nash.
Hey, Nash, what's up, man?
Just driving home from work. I wanted to ask real quick, do you think the committee is going to have an issue here kind of towards the end of the season looking at the ACC schedules? So I'm a Tech fan. Probably most people in the chat know that.
Yeah. Congrats on the win.
And obviously they're scheduled to – go ahead.
I said congrats on the win. That was a hell of a win for that program.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome. Looking at Tech's schedule, I mean, we looked at it the other day in one of the lives we had. I mean, 11-1 with a loss to Georgia is possible, and then you take a look at, say, Miami. They seem to be probably the leader in the ACC right now. They're likely to be 12-0 or 11-1, looking at their schedule. And then you have Florida State on top of that, who also could have a similar schedule. Could you have like 11 or 11-1 teams, 3 11-1 teams in the ACC? I mean, we kind of talked about, 10-2. What's that going to look like in the SEC? Well, I think the committee is going to have a tough time, like telling 3 teams that 11-1 isn't good enough. And I get it. Like ACC's schedule is horrendous.
Yeah.
I just think it's going to be interesting.
Well, especially with Miami, when you talk about them, because like you said, they got that win over Notre Dame. They're going to have a win over Florida. And an 11-1 would be losing to Florida State, I guess, in this world at Doak. But outside of that, I mean, they just have to beat a bunch of freaking pretty average teams to get to that number you're talking about. I mean, there's nothing left on their schedule after October the 4th. It's empty.
Exactly.
That's fair.
I don't know.
I think the ACC title game would be a play-in.
I do too. I tend to agree.
Yeah. You think it's like a one bid league?
No, if you made me bet right now, I'd bet it's a 2-bid league.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-bid league.
It's a 2-bid league.
Because I agree with you. I think Tech's about to run off some games here.
I do too.
Yeah, I talked about that on maybe Monday. I think they're about to run off some games.
Maybe you can't stumble and lose. You can't have a stinker.
You can't go lose to SMU or something.
Which Tech has a history of that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, these things.
Last year, we felt like we beat every team we weren't supposed to beat.
Yeah, I mean, these things typically work themselves out, but you know, there's a world where the parity around the sport that everyone talks about that I think a lot of times people, I don't think our audience ignores it. I think our audience understands it, but there are some, I think, fan bases out there that don't understand that the parity level is completely different. I mean, there is a world where there's just everybody that, quote, is deserving isn't going to get in. So, you know, I mean, they're going to have to expand it to 16 if you want to kind of avoid some of that. Even then, you're going to have some problems. But if you do 12 teams, you're giving one away. It's not even a 12 team. It's an 11. It's an 11 team thing. And if Notre Dame doesn't lose again, it's a 10 team thing. And if you do that with the Power Four, teams are going to get left out that feel like they deserve to be in. It's math.
Yeah, 100% agree with that.
You know, I mean, if I have 14 people that want a cookie and I've only got 10 cookies and we can't divide the cookies, the rule is one person gets one cookie. Well, then 4 people are going home without a cookie.
I just figured that was going to be a weird situation if we get to there, so I just figured I would bring it up.
Oh, it's fair.
Yeah.
No, appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys. I
Thanks,
enjoy
Miles.
listening to your guys' show.
Thank you so much.
See you guys.
All right, we're going to wrap it there. We appreciate Jon Sumrall for his time earlier today. It was great. We'll try to isolate that, put it up as a content item at Rebels 24/7 as well. Thanks to our friends at Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating for sponsoring the show each and every week. I think the plan next week is to do it on Thursday, so we'll be back next week with this show. We'll have Jeffrey Wright on in the morning for Blue Sky Live. McCready and Siskey tomorrow. I'll have Pete's Pigskin preview to you tomorrow as well. Don't forget the Butcher versus Dance Instructors up from earlier in the day as we get ready for Ole Miss and Tulane Saturday, 2:30 in Oxford. So for Chase, I'm Neal. Till next time, take care.